tonight.
Is that a chicken bone? What the fuck?
I forgot to start the music.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Welcome to the Black Lincoln Collective podcast.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'll make it pop.
With your host, Parker. Featuring the sultry sounds of Fred and also Allan on the board.
Let's go already!
And now, let's start the damn show.
Welcome, one and all. Right. To the one. I didn't say that this week. To the 193rd episode. Okay, hold on. Let me just say this. I know we are not a political podcast, ladies and gentlemen, but our numbers have been increasing since you guys have been mad at me about this. Anyway, welcome one and all. I don't know if it's just the conflict or what, to the 193rd episode of the BLC podcast. The official podcast. I don't know what's happened. Do we start over? So the official podcast of the Four Bang Gangsters and their illustrious leader, the elusive Mr. C. I know you're listening, Mr. C. We are proudly broadcasting live from the palatial EC studios scattered all across the upstate of South Carolina. And you can catch us streaming live every Wednesday, except this one, because you won't hear this until we'll be streaming this upcoming Wednesday live on Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky, and TikTok, something, all that shit. And of course, America's Favorite Podcast.com featuring stickers at your local McDonald's. You'll see them in the drive-thru because every McDonald's I go to gets one. So now it's the OGest fellas I've ever met. It's Fred and Allan.
Hey, he's doing double.
I tried.
He's trying to save some time. That's what it is.
He's ready to
He's just ready to get it over with.
Yeah, you ain't kidding me. A lot of things are getting over with lately, gentlemen. No. I said, you know what? I'm going to try that because that's going to give me a little bit more time later on for my political minute, which I hope Allan has prepared.
Yes, the political minute has been prepared.
Well, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We're so glad you're here. It's going to be a great show. Of course, Fred, we were planning on live streaming this, but due to circumstances within our control, we are not. No one ever says circumstances within my control is the reason I did it.
We actually can control it.
Right. So we were going to talk about Juneteenth and all that, but I don't. And Allan had a gripe about Juneteenth, but right before the show, he explained to us that he was able to resolve that.
Yes, I was.
And he's no longer angry, and now he's thankful for Juneteenth.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah, he loves Juneteenth.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite holidays.
He gets paid a day early.
I got paid a day early, so it's one of my favorite holidays.
That's the best one. Any holiday you get paid early for is great. And I think any holiday you get paid on for not working is also a great holiday.
Yeah, that is a good one. I like that.
It's going to be great. I can't wait. I would love for that to be the guy. We don't do Juneteenth at my job, but it is tomorrow. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to celebrate it myself. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Not blackface, Allan, because I know black. Well, no, okay. So this sounds bad, and this is not the reason that I'm saying this, but now that I'm realizing it, I'm kind of like, oh shit, maybe this is racist, but it's not.
If you did blackface, you kind of look like Martin Luther.
Right?
Martin
Luther, the dude who created Protestantism 100 million years ago. Who was like a real douche.
Martin Luther, no kings.
He's like, oh yeah, there you go. Not me, man. No, Martin Luther was the one who was like, oh, Catholics, we can't get married. We can't have sex. I don't want any of that. I'm going to start my own religion, which we can totally do. Right. I don't have a problem with that. Yeah. No, what I was going to say is I had already planned, and I did not think of the correlation. We have a grill at my work, and some days I'm just like, you know what? I'm not gonna go buy lunch. I'm just gonna grill out. Like I'll just buy some stuff in the morning or something if I see a good deal, and I'll just grill it at lunch. And some other people bring stuff. We just have like a little impromptu cookout, right?
What you cooking? Chicken?
Yeah, you're 100% right, Fred. Would you like to guess? Would you like to be more specific?
You go grill fried chicken?
No, not
you
quite.
You can grill fried chicken.
Grill fried chicken? I don't think you can do that.
Yeah, just put the fried stuff in there. Like if you're gonna fry it, just put it in the
Allan does that.
Like dusty flour chicken.
Yeah, so burnt, and so bland tasting at the same time.
Well, you do shake
hard
and
when
bake.
all you put is salt on there. No, I'm gonna grill out chicken wings because I got a great deal. Our local our local animal themed grocery store is having quite a deal on chicken wings at the moment. So I picked up a bucket or a box.
The Detroit Food Lions.
That's right. The Detroit Lions of food. And much like the Detroit Lions, they ain't won shit. They are not the best grocery store, but they think they are.
Well, we were at the Food Lion, and we were talking to the little cashier guy, and we had kids with everything, and he was talking to my youngest son. He was like, what do you like to do, little dude? And he was like, I like to play Minecraft. He said, but my Minecraft CD broke. It got scratched up, so like I can't play it anymore. So and the dude was like, you know what? He's like, I got a copy of Minecraft. He's like, I'll be here tomorrow at 10. He's like, you and your dad go up here and get it. And it did. It gave me.
No.
I figured he was going to show up in a van.
I thought Fred was going to be like, we're not going back there.
The guy showed up in a van with the little moon thing on the side of it.
No, it's in here.
The carpet.
It's in here with some candy, boys.
Free chicken jockey.
Right, free Minecraft in here, fellas. Who wants to get a Minecraft?
Be like, wait for me right here. I'm going to go in the van.
Shout him out. You know what, man? That is a good dude.
Yeah. It was a good dude, man. Look, I'm shout out Ronaldo, man, at the Food Line.
Ronaldo sound, if your name is Ronaldo, I think you're a pretty good dude. Just off the get.
Yeah, man. Right.
I haven't met a lot of Ronaldos that I didn't like. Derek, on the other hand. Never met a Derek I liked. Still haven't. Still never will. So, Fred.
Yep.
I have for you guys, and we'll talk about a little bit more about this later, but Fred, I have a shocking news update or a shocking health update about somebody on the show. Whoa. Get ready for this, Fred. Me.
Oh.
Shocking.
Oh, okay. I was like, how you get by HIPAA?
I got all of your stuff. It's part of the deal. We signed it. We got the Doge team.
I got AIDS.
So we got the Doge team, and I was like, give me their info. So I was like, come on, big balls or whatever your name is.
Yeah.
No, Fred. Shocking health update from me, Fred. Everything's normal.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Got all my blood taken. And they were like, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
You're all right. The only thing that's not normal, the only thing that was like a little weird, and I don't see this as a bad thing, but apparently they think it's like a thing, possibly. But they were like, don't worry about it. And I know this is old man talk. My platelets in my blood are a little smaller than they're supposed to be, just like a little tiny bit. And my thing is, they were like, well, that's what I think. They were like, well, that's really, as you get older, they slow down. I'm like, nah, maybe my platelets are made for speed. Like they just want to get they got small so they can get quick. And they can break through. And if there's any blockages, they get through it faster, man. It makes perfect sense.
You got nano platelets.
Yeah, dude. Ever since I got that COVID, I'm golden. Yeah, I was like, put some wheels. I said, I told when they gave me the COVID shot, I said, can you put some racing stripes on my platelets so they're faster? And they were like, oh yeah, no problem. Bill Gates does it all the time. And I was like, perfect. Yeah, he put his nanobots inside my butt, in my nano butt.
Good.
So, it was great. I went to the doctor for we talked about being old. and the physical,
Right.
and they were like, hey, you know what? For a fatty, you're in great shape. And I was like, what about for a regular? And they're like, I was like, all right, I'll take it.
For a regular guy, you're a fatty.
Yeah, they're like, for a regular guy, you're pretty slow and fat. But for a fat guy,
You're not gonna.
you're streamlined for success, baby. They're like, you're never
You're
gonna
not gonna have to take daily Jardigans, are you?
right. No, none of that.
Lower
No
your A1C.
Jardians for my A1C. No, my A1C was like 5.2. It was like
Really?
boom in your face.
Yeah.
Jardians.
Diabetes, type 2 diabetes, and also fuck you, type 1 diabetes.
You know what's funny is I take Jardians.
There you go.
Do you take
Lowering
Jardigans?
is A1C.
A1C.
Bunch of fatties walking down a street.
Well, actually, for me, it's not the A1C; it's for the heart, for my heart.
Oh,
For your
That's,
heart?
that's a side effect that it works. It
that's
works
the only
good on
way.
the heart.
They made Allan take it because they're like, this is the only way we can make sure you still have a heart.
Exactly.
It was like, go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
They're
Exactly.
like, okay. And they're like, all right, well, we want to be in a Guardians commercial? He's like, yes, I do. He's like, can I be the fat guy eating an entire baguette in the background?
Yeah, that's me.
Watch that commercial. There might or might not be a fat guy eating an entire baguette by himself throughout the whole commercial. I don't know if there is. I just made that up, but I feel like there probably is. 50-50 shot. It's 50, yeah, he's like, I just ate 15 pounds of butter and bread.
Freddie didn't look like he was eating a piece of bread.
Not that kind of bread.
He didn't look like he was eating bread, Freddie.
Not that kind. I watched Get Hard the other day just because I was like, I need something funny. I was like, Kevin Hart, Will Ferrell, both funny guys. And there's a scene, I don't know if for those who haven't seen it, there's a scene where Kevin Hart is like, listen, you gotta go. You're not gonna make it in prison. So you've got to go learn how to S a D. If you know what S a D is, tweet the show. And so there's like a scene where he's in there like trying to like suck himself up. And say, oh, that's hilarious. Exactly what Fred did. So yeah, Fred. So we're all good. The show can go on for weeks, hours, even if you will, assuming you guys don't die. I prefer that you didn't, just because it's going to make it a lot harder to get this interaction.
Yeah, me
so, well, Fred, but it also brought up, so where I went today was a combo doctor office. It was like pediatrics, family medicine, blah, 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 right? And like, again, I got all kinds of kids, man. I got, it's all good. So I'm not, I see like a kid, like a parent.
You go Dr. O'Kellis.
With no. With their little tiny kid. And I'm like, oh, what a cute little kid. Like that's right. There's nothing wrong with that, right? To be like, oh, adorable kid. Baby. Or like smiling little baby, right?
Don't be looking at them kids, man.
I think people think I'm going to steal their baby. And I'm not going to steal their baby in this economy.
Where if you're wearing a bib and you're looking at the baby,
I'm not fat bastard.
You got a bib on.
Baby back ribs. Meat dripping from the bone.
What are you looking at, fat bastard? I should know my name.
It's man. No, but I'm like, dude, I don't think there's anything creepy about somebody being like, hello, and a little baby, and just like waving, not being like, hey, baby, come over here and into my fucking creep van like Fred's son did.
Right. Yeah,
not that.
Right.
No, Fred did. His son, he made his son stay outside.
This one's.
I had to check it out for him first. Yeah, I had to check it out for him first.
You're like, Daddy, you'll take the hit this time. Maybe it'll be the bang bus this time. It's not. It's never that. It is, but it's the weird one. It's the reverse bang bus. So, but yeah, no, it's like I said, I would never steal someone's child, especially not with inflation the way it is. Because I can't afford that. I can't afford to raise another baby, especially one that's not my own. I give my kids a hard enough time.
No,
I'm like, quit eating that. Eat half of that. I can't tell that to a baby that's not mine.
He's actually
do what you want. I don't care.
He's reasoning with I wouldn't steal no baby.
I wouldn't steal a baby today.
Yeah.
Not with this economy.
Not on a Wednesday. No, not right before
Not with this economy.
No, you can't. You got to wait.
I don't have the means.
Right. I barely even have the car seat installed yet.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to go to the fire
Wait till we
department
elect
and
a
get them to
new
install the
president.
car seat. And they're going to say, where's your baby? And I'm going to say, walk up to Walmart with his mom who hasn't met me yet.
Yeah. I gotta go to the doctor.
Yeah, I'm like, hold on, I'm going to go to the doctor's office. And when these parents are
I'm
playing on
still
their phone,
searching. I'm
gonna have
still
all
searching
the
for the right
babies.
one.
that's right. It hasn't clicked yet, being the random baby. I haven't found one that fits my criteria yet. Anyway, Fred, I'm glad that I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know really much.
Well, you know what? We're glad you're not doing that.
I'm glad as well, because again, that's going to make the show go longer. If none of us feels a baby from anyone.
Hey, Fred, you want to come over and see my new baby? What?
I have a baby. I have a baby now. Like, you can help me name it. It doesn't know its own name. I've been asking for a week.
The baby's 7 years old. He's like, what?
My name is Steven. I'm like, your name is not Steven, baby. Shut up. Like, I think this baby's autistic. He keeps talking to me.
He keeps talking to me.
Speaking of autistic, Fred, you mentioned to me that you think about a movie called The Surfer with Nick Cage. Is it autism friendly?
Okay.
That's a segue, Allan.
What a segue.
When I was watching it, I kind of thought I was autistic because I thought I knew where the movie was going to go. And then like it didn't go there. You know what I'm saying?
Beach.
Like, and no beach. Yeah, he was.
I don't even know what it's about. Can you tell us? Give us like a.
So okay, so it starts out Nick Cage, his son. Nick Cage was he's from Australia, and when he was a young man,
does he have the accent?
No, he has his American accent.
Oh.
His father died when he was young, and his mom moved in California. He grew up in California. So now he's a grown man. He's very successful, and he's trying to buy his childhood home on this hillside beach. It's like a house is on like top of a hill. It's a rich fucking house. You know what I'm saying? Rich people house. And so he shows up with his son. He's like, yeah, son, this is where I grew up. I told your mother, I was going to get this house for us. And I want to go surfing. We're going to, and we're going to go surfing on the beach that I used to surf at as a
Is this about
child.
climate change?
No, not at all. Okay. And so he goes out. He goes out there.
That was random.
He goes out to surf, with his son, but there's like this gang of like local beach guys,
surf toughs.
So is it like
surf toughs?
And Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, they're like locals only, mate.
Raw.
Yeah, no surfing here, mate.
You can't gnarl the waves here, bro.
Yeah, and so he goes without giving anything away. He goes through this whole fucking thing.
You can give it away. Nobody's gonna watch.
Yeah, nobody's watching it.
It's really good though. Like,
okay, spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't watched.
Spoiler alert. Everyone.
Was it a good movie?
Give us a rating.
It was.
Okay, hold on.
Like
give us a rating.
Like,
then we'll do a spoiler alert.
Out of 10, I'll give it a 7.
I need to know out of
7 for Nick Cage. At a 6.5, I'll give it a 4.
4 out of 6.5. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. You know what I mean? So, anyway, so it comes out the guy, his father killed himself.
Here comes the spoilers, kids.
Spoiler: his father killed himself. The leader of the beach stuffs, his father, Nick Cage's father, when he was younger, killed himself on that beach.
Oh,
so the surf toughs, he's trying to buy this house, but he doesn't have the money yet. He doesn't have the money yet. So he's trying to get with his broker and trying to get the bank to lend him a little bit more money so he can buy this house. The surf tough, the leader of the surf toughs, can we give them a name? He knew him.
I think we should call them. I think they would call themselves the jellyfish.
No, the beach. Oh no, not the Beach Boys, but they were the
I was thinking it might be the Beach Boys.
It's
The
something
Beach
like the
Boys,
Beach
but it'd be a B-O-I-Z.
Boys, like Boise, Beach Boise. You know what I mean?
There you go.
But anyway, so he knew Nick Cage, and
are they old? Like Nick Cage is old?
The one guy is, but everybody else is a little bit younger. See, there's like levels to it. There's like the head guy, and then there's his underlings who are in the group, and then there's like younglings who aren't in yet, but they can still hang around because they're pledges, they're locals. They're pledges, And so like Nick goes through all this stuff. Like he was sleeping in his car, and like, but then there was this like old homeless dude whose son was part of the gang, but he died and blamed the Big Kahuna for killing his son.
Sure.
Come to find out, like the Big Kahuna fucked the boy's girlfriend, which he was like 16. So he was like fucking like a little young girl. And long story short,
to make it long.
He knew Nick Cage. He remembered Nick Cage from back in the day.
Sure.
But he was like, he knew he was buying the house. Everybody that's in the gang, they're like doctors, lawyers, bankers. They're local guys.
Gang.
So they're not like
like
they're like surfer rich dudes, you know.
Right, yeah.
So I'm the surfing lawyer, dude.
Like they stole his car.
Long
they made
the
him.
jellyfish.
They wouldn't give him. They like put. He was getting water out of the water fountain. They put dog shit on the water fountain so he couldn't get water. So he was like all dehydrated. He didn't have any food. Like they put a dead rat in his car.
Nick Cage.
Yeah, They stole his surfboard. He called the cops. The cops were like, "Hey, that's not your surfboard. That surfboard's been here for 20 years, you know." And like, so everything's going against him, and he loses everything. Like, and he's down bottom. He's down bad. So he goes out there and he's like, "Fucking shit! I'm going to fucking surf." No, I'm going to fucking surf this beach. And he goes out there and he tries, and they get to fight, and he beats the shit out of the dude. And dude was like, "Yeah, good job. Now you're ready." He said, now you're a local.
Now that he was like,
he was the one.
Surf.
Yeah, no, he didn't kill him. He just beat the shit out of him. He said, but the thing was, he said, to be a surfer, you have to suffer. And so
because all you have to do is change the R to an F.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
they were putting through all this shit.
He lost everything to become a surfer.
Yeah. And then he remembered that he doesn't really like surfing that much.
They took it from him so he would suffer, but if he gave up, then he wasn't worthy to live there.
And so one of them was the mortgage broker, and he gave him the
okay.
One of them was a mortgage broker. The other one was like the banker. The other one was like they stole all his shit, and you know what I mean. And then they gave it back to him. Yeah, dude. Like I was like, I get it.
One thing they could never get back to him, Fred, is to remove the taste of dog shit from his mouth.
Yeah, damn.
But like they got all fucking they initiated him and accepted him in, and then he saw the young girl leaving out of his hut, out of like his and he was like, what's up with that? And he's like, what's up with the kid, who's not around anymore? He's like, did you kill him? He's like, nah, I didn't kill him. But like, he said, I didn't kill him, but like shit happened and he just couldn't take it. He's like, well, and the old man had a dog too. He's like, you killed that old man's dog? He was like, yeah, I fucking killed the old man's dog.
He's like, yeah, I did that.
And then like the only thing the old man had left was a abandoned car. And he was like, your last test, if you want to be down with us, you got to set the car on fire. He's like, I can't set the car on fire because all his shit was in there. Like so, all the shit about his dog. And no, Nick Cage didn't kill his dog.
No, Nick Cage to set the car lawyer jellyfish did. Oh.
Yeah, Big Kahuna guy. And so like he was like, fuck it. He set the car on fire. And then like the old man was like,
he's like, fuck you, old man, I want to swim.
He came out there with a gun. and he was like, I'm about to kill everybody. And then he was like, well, you only got 2 bullets. And then he's like, well, everybody else can go. And I say he killed Big Kahuna, then killed himself like his father, like his father killed himself. You know what I'm saying? Well, it was really good. It was a really good movie. I recommend it.
And this is why you don't
I was hoping that Nick Cage would catch on fire and point at him and go, guilty.
Right.
Yeah.
And get on his motorcycle.
I wanted it to be like
that would have been my ending.
Yeah, now you're the boss of the jellyfish.
That would have been my ending. And Parker would have been like, what the fuck are you talking about?
And he says, but I love it. So no, I would have if it was me.
Yeah.
Oh no, go ahead. What were you saying?
He did do it like he did the face off face, like when he was all fucked up and face off.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, good.
Like,
that's his move.
He did that.
So he didn't get the house, or he did get the house?
No, he didn't. Like after the
all I care about is the real estate.
Because he had to change heart. He had to change her heart after, like,
I don't blame him. You want to get the fuck out of there. You don't want to be around them motherfuckers.
Like they would fuck people up because like there was like another tourist, some tourists that had came, like a guy and a girl, and they were gonna go down and surf on the beach. And he was like, Nick told him, he was like, hey, I wouldn't go down there if I was y'all because the locals are pretty rowdy. And he was like, oh, don't worry about it, mate. We got it. And then he went down there and got their ass kicked. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, all in all, he was like, you know what? I don't even really, because he had his son with him and he wanted,
right. He wanted to join.
They were like accepting him. His son didn't really want any part of it. Right. But Nick grew up there and he was so like stuck in the past. You know what I mean? He was stuck in the past about that place. And
you just gotta let it go, bro.
And that was the whole point too, man.
That was the whole point. They're like, bro, you can't go home again, bro. I'm the philosophical jellyfish surfer, bro. Once you let go, you have to just let it go. Like a gnarly wave, bro. When it's crashing, you just gotta ride it to the end, bro. This is the end for you, Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas.
You burned an old man alive, bro.
Take 4 or 5 down to Santa Monica.
Yeah, and you take the 4 o'clock to the then you hop on the Pulvida.
Wouldn't you
get off our beach, bro?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing?
That's what they kept saying. That's what the homeless guy was like, what are you doing here? And Nick Cage is like, I'm burning your car, bro. I saw it on the 8. It was on the 8 and then it went over to the 5 to Santa Monica Pier. Now it's time to die, homeless guy. Sorry. I like the idea that like none of these people could just walk a mile down the beach and surf there.
Well, it was a cove. Like it was kind of like a cove.
I know, but there's a whole coastline of world.
It was, yeah.
It's not like they have cars. They blew up a car. He could have just been like, I'm going to drive up to 5 and then go surf there.
This is the only spot that had like a little coffee shop too.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, you gotta,
Yeah. So
I mean, if there's a coffee shop.
Yeah.
I see why they defended their turf so bad, so hard. Like this is our favorite brew, dog. For sure.
But I recommend this.
4 out of 6.5.
Yeah,
which is the equivalent of 7 out of 10, essentially. That's great. I'm glad to hear it. I will. I will try to watch it. Not right now because it costs money, and I'm not going to pay money for that.
Right there, you go.
But I will watch it when it's free.
Yeah. Watch it when it's free.
I will say, speaking of money and spending money on things, what is you guys' opinion? And we don't know yet because I don't even know when it comes out. You probably do, Fred. About the new Superman movie. Is it going to be great? Is it going to be worth the money, or is it going to be shit?
I think it would be worth the money for me to go see it by myself.
Okay. Well, now that's a big. Okay. So
family.
When I say that, we're not talking about a family visit. I'm talking about
right. Yeah. Yes, I will. I will pay matinee prices.
Yeah, I'd pay. Yeah, I'd pay.
Yeah,
18 bucks. 14. Okay.
14.
14 to 18 bucks.
If you go to the old movie theater, it's like 14.
Right. Okay, that's where I would prefer to go anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I like the floors.
I'd probably watch it at IMAX.
Yeah, that's probably what you want.
Then you're at the $20
Yeah, that's
mark.
what you
That's
want.
fair.
Yeah, but they have RBX. I think, isn't it RBX?
No, RPX.
What the other one
RPX is Reeboks.
RBX.
Yeah,
RBX.
yeah, that's right. The Reebok
They have Reeboks. You get a free pair of Reeboks.
Get some Reebok.
Because Reeboks, I found a Reeboks being
But you
sold
just
somewhere
get
the other
one shoe. You just get one.
Yeah, every person gets one shoe.
You got to bring a friend to get
You gotta go back. Like, dude, get a left. Like, they gave us rights, bro.
Gave us both rights.
Well, so I mean, is this Superman movie? This is a reboot, right? This is a restart of the whole story, or is it?
I don't
picking
think
up?
so.
Yeah,
See, I don't know.
it has nothing to do with all the other ones.
Right.
It's
So
all
they're
brand
gonna
new.
they're coming back they're going back to Krypton and doing that again.
No, they may
I'm
do
like,
it like
God
the other
damn,
Superman.
how many
You remember?
times?
Krypton.
We're fucking
You
doing
remember
it.
that one Superman that they did that basically he came back from Krypton
With
You
the
know, he
mustache?
it was the one before the last Superman. It was like they just did one movie, and he and you know, and the movie was that he had left to go to Krypton to find his family, and then he came back. You know, so they avoided all the other
Krypton
stuff.
exploded.
Yeah,
that's the whole point of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Without that happening, Superman can't come to Earth because, like,
well, they said they had. He said he had found Krypton. That's the one with he has a son at the end and all that. It was the real. It was
I'm
the shitty
so
one.
glad I didn't watch that.
Oh, Freddy was gone. I didn't realize it.
No, yeah, he's been frozen for a while. I just thought he was really mad at me.
Okay.
So, well, we think it's going to be great. Fred loves it. We're going to take a quick break due to some technical difficulties that we can't control.
Yeah.
And we'll be. Is he back? Oh, he's back.
Yeah.
So never mind. We're not going to take a break quite yet. Fred, what do you think about Superman the movie? And would it be better if he was Jamaican? And it was
I want to know
Superman?
what Allan was saying.
Allan was saying the other one.
No, I was talking about the other Superman, the one that he ends up having the son at the end.
Yeah,
remember that one?
Yeah,
you know they avoided the Krypton and all. Basically, they rebooted Superman, but it was like they didn't have to do all the other stuff.
He left Earth. He had left Earth because that was Superman Returns.
Oh,
so he had left Earth. He had left Earth, and then he came back. And that's like one of my favorite was through that opening scene where Lex Luthor gets the money from that old lady. It was so. She's on her deathbed. And she's like, "Oh, Lex, you've shown me so many pleasures that I've never known."
Gross.
Yeah,
it's like Billy Zane, right?
No, that was Kevin
and
Spacey.
She died. No, that was Kevin Spacey. Yeah, Kevin Spacey. And she dies like before she signs the will, and he grabs her hand and just goes.
That's what I would do.
All right, we're out. Let's go.
That's what I would do.
Like, Grandma, don't do it.
I gotta notarize that shit. That's the only problem.
Don't
You gotta
do
have
it,
it notarized.
Grandma. Yeah.
That's the risk you run of deathbed changes to wills. Hard to notarize them when you're dead.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a Lex Luthor in the new one? Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, it's going to be the guy that was Beast.
Yeah, I watched one where the bad guy's name was Sex Luthor.
Yeah.
Sex Luthor.
I was really into that.
Was that a direct TV channel? That was direct TV channel 402.
No, that was called Superman 1.5. And it was where he banged the old lady. You saw the part where he was banging the old lady and giving her all the pleasure. And she was like, "Oh, Lex Luthor." He's like, "Call me Sex Luthor." And then I was like, into watching that.
Then it scrambled.
That was Superman. That was Superman 9.
That was Superman
Comes. Superman Comes.
Yeah. There it is. Right there. Can't wait to watch that.
Superman Comes.
Like, the only way to stop him is a Krypton dildo in the butt.
Yeah, it's a Krypton. Yeah.
Or kryptonite dildo. There you go. That's when Batman comes in. The whole thing.
It has a diamond encrusted kryptonite dildo.
That's right. And he loves it. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. Hey, Fred, we're matching. We're both wearing white shirts. We'll be right back with more of the Black Lincoln Collective podcast. Oh, great. Sorry.
The Black Lincoln Collective podcast will return after a word from our sponsors.
Welcome back to the lowest voice I can possibly do on the Black Lincoln Collective podcast.
You know, it was kind of funny because you were doing the voice and Freddie was like I'm doing the voice with you.
Dark. We are the darkest podcast since that other one went since the power went out. Somebody texted me the other day about the hurricane special. The Helene, remember we had the Helene special where it was just like a minute of, it was like the intro and then like a minute of static.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And he was like, it's a buddy of mine who listens to the show. Great. And I really appreciate it. All right. But he was like, was that a joke? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, some people said that was the greatest episode we've ever produced.
It was.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it totally was. It was like the most succinct one. People love that one.
Yeah, right. That was great.
I was like, yeah, none of us had power until the day the episode released, so we threw that thing together in like 10 seconds.
Yep.
Best one we've ever done. Well, Allan, that means, you know what? We're at the 36.5-minute mark of the show, Allan. You know what that means? Every week from now on, at the 36.5-minute mark, we're going to be doing our Black Lincoln Collective Political Minute.
Yes, the Political Minute.
This is what we negotiated. We're great negotiators.
Yeah.
I gave them a deal. I said, you can't pass this up. 1 minute.
Made them an offer. They can't probably going to think about it.
They can't refuse because I'm part of the show.
All right, Allan. Okay, we agreed that we'll do 1 minute just to satisfy everybody.
Yep, 1 minute of political starting right now.
Starting right
now.
get it every now and then.
15 seconds.
20 more seconds.
Right. Great. There it is. Perfect. That's our political minute for today, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you learned something. We are going to start it again, apparently. It's going to be a little bit.
Any rebuttals?
Minute on loop.
Any rebuttals?
Oh, no rebuttals on that one. Thank you. Filibuster. Filibuster.
That segment stinks.
It does. Well, it always stinks. Anytime we talk about politics, we've agreed that it stinks. So why not just go ahead and attack it head on? So, Fred, as you may or may not know, we in the world of fat people like myself lost sort of a cult hero, if you will, this past week. Just the other day, we lost Chef Anne Burrell. Do you know who Chef Anne Burrell is, Fred?
I do. That's the crazy hair lady, right?
Crazy hair, lots of spunk and attitude, and started a show called The Worst Cooks in America, which arguably one of the greatest reality TV shows that there ever was. Only in the beginning, though, because toward the end they start actually learning how to cook, and then it's not as entertaining.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, when it's all these people who just don't know what they're doing, and they're like, "I serve you raw chicken. That's great." Like, this is my chicken surprise. And they're like, "What's?" And they're like, "Surprise! I did cook it." And they're like, "Oh, we have to eat it." So unfortunately, she was taken. Oh yeah, no, it should be fine. That might be what took her. Never know. You never know. So Fred, unfortunately, she was taken us at the young age of 55. That's a ripe young age.
That's crazy.
But it got me to thinking, like, who else has died? And who else? Because if you'd have asked me, today, I would have, had I not known, I'd have been like, no, she's totally alive. But then it made me think, like, what other celebrities are alive that I think are dead, or are dead that I think are alive?
Yes.
So I have a list of a few people that I think are alive. I think are alive. According to the list.
We're dead.
Well, some that I think are alive, some that I think are dead. And so we need to decide if they're alive or not. I don't know for sure.
Well, how do we go? If they're alive, we go kill them.
Anybody? Yeah, if they're alive,
they're supposed to be dead.
If they're alive, they're fair game. That's right. We can do whatever we got to do. So we're gonna start off. Yeah, wasn't there a band called Dead or Alive? What is that, like Right Round?
No, that was Spin Me Round.
That
was Dead or Alive.
That was them, right? Okay, yeah. Damn.
That was a video game.
Yeah,
Dead or Alive. Yeah, that was a game too.
And RoboCop, Dead or Alive, You're Coming With Me.
Dead or Alive.
Right. So yeah, Anne Burrell, we know. R.I.P. Sorry, Anne Burrell.
Yeah.
What about Fred? How about Ray Anthony? And I'll give you the day they were born.
Ray
and
Anthony.
And a few little details about them, and then
because we have no idea if Ray
dead or alive. Ray Anthony. I'm going to tell you, he was in 16 Candles. He was a producer of 16 Candles in 1984. He was born on January 20th, 1922.
He dead.
Oh, he's still alive.
He dead.
So he was born in Bentleyville, Pennsylvania.
103. He ain't 103.
He is alive and kicking at 103.
Shut up.
He's the last surviving member of the Glenn Miller Orchestra. That's right. What about Fred? How about David Hekili Kiniu Bell? Bell.
David Kiniu Bell? He's dead.
David
you say, who is that?
That is the gentleman who starred. He appeared and part of, I don't know if it starred or he was just part of. He was an actor. He was in Lilo and Stitch, which was just released a few weeks ago. He was in Magnum P.I., Hawaii Five-0. He was in The Wrecking Crew with Jason Momoa and Morena Baccarin.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, he was fat. He was really fat. But unfortunately, he died just 6 days ago.
I should celebrate.
Yep, we're going to celebrate. Here, I'm going to show you a picture of him, and you can decide if you think he's alive or dead still, which we've already decided he's dead. But
we need to decide. We already
just look at the picture. Fat, probably.
Yeah, it's that guy. But no, he was a Samoan, so all Samoans are big.
Oh, my God. Yeah, all of them are big.
Yeah, I think that's true, but I don't know if that's like, I don't know, man. I saw a guy the other day who had a wheelbarrow. Like he was holding his stomach up with a wheelbarrow, and
oh, no.
Just didn't look out.
How old was he?
What was he?
How old?
He was 116.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
No, he was like less than that. He was an age. It doesn't say how old he was.
It doesn't say how old. Okay.
No, and I don't want to look it up. I'm going to look it up. Hold on.
No, that's all right.
No, Allan. No. You're going to find out. He was 45 years old.
Oh my
Same
goodness.
age as me.
That's sad.
He looks way cooler than me, so I probably don't have a chance.
He was 46.
46. See, look at that. I'll be 46 later this year if I make it. I'm not murdered in my sleep. which is my number one fear of ways to die right now, just so everybody knows. All right. Hey, it changes sometimes, Fred. Sometimes you're like, I'm afraid I'm going to die falling off a building. Or sometimes I'm afraid I'm going to die from a shark attack. Sometimes I'm like, I'm afraid I'm going to be murdered in my sleep tonight.
All right, let's continue.
So, Fred, how about June Lockhart?
That was Catwoman, right?
She was born hold on, I'll tell you all about her. She was born on 6/25/1925. And she was an actress who was the daughter of Jean Lockhart and Catherine Lockhart. She has been Mimsy, and she was also on Lassie and Lost in Space. She had a big run on Lost in Space for about 30 years almost.
My cousin Mimsy.
She is alive at the ripe old age of 99.
Whoa.
Right.
My cousin Nipsey.
Need to find something that you don't know. Okay, how about this one, Fred? And this is a tragedy if she's dead. I don't know that she is because I don't want to spoil it. But if she is dead, tragedy. Ananda Lewis. Remember Ananda Lewis from MTV in the 90s?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was a very attractive African-American lady who was very attractive.
She's dead.
Yes. Unfortunately, she has crapped the bed, as it were. She died 52. So, ouch.
Yeah. I had seen that one, so I knew that.
Okay, that's fine. And we know Sly Stone passed away, R.I.P. I feel like Sly Stone should be at least like on the short list of BLC Hall of Famers.
Yeah, he should be considered. Yeah, he should be considered. Yeah.
I mean, I consider it.
Yeah.
What do you think, Fred? Do you want to nominate him? Let's do it right now. Let's do it live.
Yeah. I'll second it.
Yep. We know he was great.
Yep.
If you don't know who Sly Stone is, kids, he's a legendary singer-songwriter.
One man to say, around the day, that be available for you today.
He had more soul in his little finger than I'll ever have in my life. That's true. Yeah, and that's okay. He was born Sylvester Stewart in Denton, Texas. But he was raised in the Bay Area of California, where he embraced music and could play the keyboard, guitar, bass, and drums all by 11.
Damn.
Man, that guy was funky.
1966, he formed Sly and the Family Stone and redid the entirety of music for the rest of
time. Yeah, he revolutionized music. Yeah,
he was awesome.
Even dead, he still got more funk than most of us.
100%. 100% more of what the kids call aura.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sure your kids know. I'm sure you've heard that term, Fred.
Yes, and they don't understand what an aura is.
No, you know what? Can I tell you something funny? That Jack the other day, one of my kids, of course, said, "Man, Dad, I wish this guy would get off my dick." And I was like, "What does that mean?" And he's like lay off and get, like he's like remind me and pressuring me. And I'm like, "That's not like get off your back." And he's like, "It's the same thing." And I'm like, "It is not."
No, definitely not.
And he's like, "No, it is." And I'm like, "Dude, it's not. Like, trust your old man on this." That is not the term.
Don't be dick riding.
No, and that's the thing. And I'm like, that's a term. Yeah, dick riding is a term. But telling somebody to get off if you say, "I wish this guy would get off my dick," no,
that is a term.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not the same as get off my back.
No, that's a term in San Francisco.
No.
Well, speaking of San Francisco, Fred, how about this next celebrity? Born in West Plains, Missouri. Legendary actor, producer, and writer, born on December 13th, 1925. Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, Dick's
still alive.
Dick Van Dyke lives on at the age of 99.
Yeah.
Living his best life.
So get off my
dick. Bang bang.
Get off my Dick Van Dyke.
Get off my Dick Van Dyke.
All right. How about Oh, well, this one's tragic. And I'm not going to bring this one up because that one makes me sad. The guy who played John Redcord, Jonathan Joss, who was on Parks and Rec and a bunch of other stuff, who got killed in a hate crime. Sad.
He didn't get killed in no hate crime. You know.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
It was, dude. They revised their statement. Yes, they did. They went back and revised their statement and said it was that.
Nope.
Okay. If I'm wrong,
it was a gay
show. Call me out on it. They killed his dog first, dude. They killed his dog.
They killed his dog.
Yeah.
Actually, I have no idea who you're talking about.
The guy who played John Redcorn on King of the Hill, and then was
I thought you was John. Okay, never mind. I was like John Redcorn. It sounds like a 2-bit cowboy, you know?
No, from King of the Hill, man.
He's an Indian guy.
And he was Chief
fucking Dale's wife.
He was doing fucking Dale's wife. That's right. Yeah.
Dale's just so oblivious.
Exactly. All right, how about this one? And this one threw me for a loop. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know the answer to this. Okay, and then this is a guy, again, I think this guy has the name recognition that you guys will appreciate. Mr. Gene Shalit. Born March 25th, 1926, and was the TV critic for the Today Show for over 40 years.
Yeah, big mustache.
Yeah, big mustache, big hair, eyeglasses.
Yeah.
The whole business.
Oh, no,
Alive
I don't know. I think he's dead. Is he? Yeah, he's dead.
Born in 1926.
I won't say dead.
Yeah.
I won't say
You're
dead.
both disrespecting a man who's still alive.
Oh, man.
Gene Shalit
99.
kicking ass in the age of 99.
I don't know if he still got that mustache.
I feel like he does. I feel like that's the only thing keeping him alive. He's more mustache than man now. The mustache does the walking, and it drags his corpse behind it. All right, how about David Attenborough, born 5/8, 1926. You've heard of him. He's a writer, producer, and director. He's a lord, or his son. Oh, he's the younger brother of actor Lord Richard Attenborough.
He's alive,
and he does the voice for Blue Planet too.
Yeah, he's alive.
He is still alive. He's 99 as well.
Is he?
We know Mel Brooks is still alive.
Yeah, Mel
That's
Brooks.
good.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
How about, and this one might be a little bit of a pull, and I don't know if you're going to know this one or not. I don't know if you're going to know who this is. Doc Severinsen. Have you ever heard of Doc Severinsen? Yeah. Born July 7th, 1927, and was the band leader for the Night Show with Johnny Carson.
Yeah.
And of course he starred in a movie, Nude on the Moon. And Sharky's Machine and Cheers.
Yeah, Doc did, man.
Doc is alive as he's ever been. Still kicking ass. Speaking of that, we'll get one more out of this one, and then I'll give you one more, and then we're done. How about this? Johnny? Actually, you're exactly right. Johnny Gilbert, born July 13th, 1928, announcer for the TV show Jeopardy since 1984, a Guinness World Record, also the announcer for The Price is Right, the $25,000 Pyramid, The Joker's Wild, and many other TV and quiz variety shows. Born in 1928.
No, I think he's dead.
He was also in White Men Can't Jump in 1992. And he still can't jump at the age of 96, where he's still alive today.
You break a hip.
Yeah, you don't jump after that. All right, so I got one more. This is going to be a hard one. Okay, I'm just going to let you know. I feel like you're going to know it, but I don't know for sure that you're going to know it. All right. This gentleman is named Peter Kwong. Peter Kwong, the actor best known for his role as Rain in the 1986 cult classic Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, yeah, I know that guy. I mean, I don't know if he's dead or alive.
He's 73 years old. He's also been on Wonder Woman, Little House on the Prairie, Dynasty, Miami Vice, Full House, and The Golden Child.
Yes.
What do you think? Alive or unalive?
I'm willing that he's alive. I'm going to pull for him being alive.
Yeah, I'm going to say alive too.
Oh, well, you're going to be pulling at a casket deep underground because that motherfucker is dead.
Oh,
sorry, guys. Also, Phil Robertson from that show about ducks died, and
yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
Oh, and of course George Wendt died too. Damn, that's a hard one.
George Wendt.
Yeah.
See, we know that. We know, and that's the thing.
Norm.
He went.
George came and went.
There it is. He said it. He's right, though, I have to admit. Ruth Bussey passed away. Anyway, so yeah, Fred, all those people are dead, man, and some of them are alive. And that's pretty good. But Fred, I realized something about myself the other day, Fred. And that is that I think I might be starting to get stupider.
I'll agree with you.
Yeah, thank you. That one is alive. I've just noticed, like, I don't know if I'm getting stupider or if I'm just giving less of a shit as I get older, because I've noticed that I do things and I'm like, that was stupid to do. And then I'm like, or do I just not care what happens when I do that?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
It depends. It depends when you say that is stupid for me to do, and then you're like, well, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'm doing it anyway.
Right. And that is what happens sometimes is I'm like, you know what? This is dumb or dangerous. I'm just going to keep doing it, though.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Yeah. Just keep on going.
Yeah. Is that stupider? See, that's where I'm saying is that.
No, that's not giving a shit.
I think it is.
No, that's not giving a shit.
Not giving a shit is generally stupider than giving a shit.
No, not really. Not giving a shit is not giving a shit. There's nothing stupid about not giving a shit. I have no idea where I'm going. Shit. You see, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about the
answer. Yeah, he doesn't care.
I don't care. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, fuck it.
I did tell somebody asked on a message board the other day for podcasters, like, what do you do when you get negative feedback on your podcast? And I stole a line from Allan's book, and I said, you know what? We don't generally care, but we do tend to tell them to go fuck themselves.
Yes.
Yeah. And I said, in the nicest way possible.
Yep.
And so they were like, oh.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
So they were saying that you don't give any feedback, or
no, they were like, what happens if you get, you put your heart and your soul into your show, which we don't, and then you get negative feedback or feedback not like, oh, great job. And I've gotten plenty of negative feedback, and to each of them, and to each in the future, we give you a hearty.
We do snowflakes.
That's why you're a little snowflake. Oh, we give all of you guys a hearty BLC. Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Fuck yourself.
That's right. In the butt, if you prefer that.
Yeah.
If that's not, do whatever you think is the dumbest way to go fuck yourself. Do that.
Go fuck yourself wherever you feel.
Yeah, wherever you feel like it's a stupid
Actually, that's my motto in life. Go fuck yourself.
It's true.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
It's true. Every time Allan gets pulled over, he's like, hey, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, go. It's true story.
It's happened.
Ticket, go fuck yourself.
It's happened. Yeah, like just give me the ticket and go fuck off.
Yeah, give me the ticket, go fuck yourself. When they call, they're like, oh, you want to pay this or you want to do this? And it was like, hold on a second. What is it?
No, go
Here's my number, 864. Go fuck yourself. And then I hang up.
Speaking of something that you can fuck yourself with, Allan. Ooh. Remember last week, or was it last week? It might have been 2 weeks ago, where we let you guys in on the mystery that is the soap made from Sydney Sweeney's bathwater.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Which, again, it had to have been 2 weeks ago because last week we determined that bathwater hot was a thing.
Yeah.
So, Fred, Sydney Sweeney, she's an attractive lady, actress, and all that jazz.
Yeah.
But she's got nothing on this story, Fred. Our old friend Ozzy Osbourne is selling the people who created Liquid Death, the most extreme water that there is. Hey, good for them, man. Way to make money off something that's literally.
I swear, I thought it was like alcohol.
Well, that was the whole point. Is they did it for people who don't want to drink booze at like shows and stuff, but want to look cool. So they're like, we'll just make a beer can of water that's got skulls and shit on it, and nobody's gonna ask. And that's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
It tastes just like water.
It's water. It's water.
It's water. And now they're expanding into non-water beverages. But they have water in them. Yeah. So, as most beverages do.
Yeah, they're wet.
Yeah, they are wet. They're the wettest water you've ever seen in a can. But Fred, our friends at Liquid Death have announced that they are selling 10 empty cans of iced tea that were drunk by Ozzy Osbourne and then were immediately sealed and in order to contain and keep his DNA. So they're calling it Infinite Ozzy. There are 10 cans. Would you care to guess how much they're valued at each?
Just take a guess.
$500.
That's a pretty close guess.
Yes.
$450 each. If you can grab one. They were laboratory sealed and signed by Ozzy, and they're being sold right before Ozzy and Black Sabbath's last concert, which is going to be July 5th in Birmingham, England. So their idea is
he's going to die on the stage.
He very well could. And if he does, that's probably the way for him to go. I'm sure
that's the way he wants to go.
That's the way he wants to go. Yeah, that's the way he wants to go. Yeah.
So they said once technology and federal law permits, fans can use his DNA to try and clone Ozzy Osbourne in the future and enjoy him for hundreds of years to come. Stated Liquid Death's publicity team on the goal of the campaign. They also added Ozzy, clone me, you bastards. So there you go. That's what's happening. Clone Ozzy. Enjoy.
Okay, now if you turn around and spend $450, yeah, this is
$450 cheap.
Yeah, for Ozzy, $450. Yeah,
for that's a little cheap.
I feel like that's a price point. Yeah, where you would be like, yeah, it's probably a little cheap. But I also feel like
there's only 10 of them,
and that's the idea. If you're lucky enough to get one, you're gonna get
10 people get the Prince of Darkness.
Once he passes, and hopefully in the next 100 or 200 years, then you're going to get mad resale value.
Oh, yeah.
There's only 10 of them. And the idea is you buy it, then you clone it, you clone the DNA, then you sell the clone DNA.
You just have the clone. Yeah.
And then the clone. Yeah, exactly. The clone.
Keep drinking these teas.
You imagine they clone all 10 of them at the same time. Yeah. There's 10 Aussies that come out of the lab snorting coke and shit.
And there's one that was like all fucked up because he like smudged it.
He's like,
kill me. Kill me. Yeah. Exactly. So there you go, Fred.
As the Sammy Davis eye.
When are we going to clone ourselves so that we don't have to do this goddamn podcast anymore?
I'm going to clone myself so the clone can go to work for me. Shit.
See, I think you think that's what would happen, but then again, okay, so that's two fears unlocked tonight. I first am afraid that I'll die by murder in my sleep. Secondly, I'm afraid that I will clone myself, make my clone go to work. Then my clone will come home, see me sleeping, and murder me so that he can take a nap.
Yep.
Because I can tell you one thing my clone's not going to want to do. And that is ask me to move. He'd rather kill me and take my spot.
My clone's not going to want to go to work.
No, my clone's going to be like, dude, come on. Brah, come on.
Yeah. You go to work today. I'll go to work tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm like, no, you won't. You always say that, clone.
You never.
They do a movie like that with Michael Keaton. It was a long time ago. Wasn't it?
Multiplicity.
Yeah, we've had, Alan, multiple versions of this like, what do you call it? A cautionary tale. Where they're like, don't clone dinosaurs, don't clone yourself, don't do this, don't do that. And yet we keep doing it because for some reason we think it's going to end differently this time. And guess what? It will not. Mm-hmm. If I clone myself, I will murder my own self. But I don't know which one of me is going to murder the other one.
You're going to be like the twins, the Mauler twins from Invincible.
Yeah.
You're the clone. You're the clone. Yeah, I'm not the clone. You're the clone. I'm the original.
Exactly. I'm gonna have to like write number 1 on my head so I know I'm in the
It was like that movie. Didn't Arnold have one of them too? Our movie was awesome because it was 2 Arnold talking. You are the clone.
No, I'm the clone.
I'm the clone.
Get to the clone. So yeah, it's been
You're not the clone. You tell me I'm the clone. It's not the clone.
You told me I'm the clone.
Well, there you go. Don't do cloning, kids. That's all I can really tell you about.
Go clone yourself.
Yeah, go clone yourself. And if you don't like our show, go clone yourself and then go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Or let the clone fuck you, or you fuck the clone. I don't really care. But I think we're gonna call it a night, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you for listening. We thank you so very much for your time. Next week we'll be back. That's it. We'll be back. I don't know what it's going to be next week. So we'll be back. I'll see you later.
I'll see you later.
All righty then. Go clone yourself.
We are laughing. And we are very good friends. Good buddy, sharing a special moment.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Just hang loose, blood. She's gonna catch up on the rebound on the men's side.
Oh, what a day. What a day.
Well, that's all, folks.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Goddamn hit. Don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
As you know, I'm a man of special needs.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.